Alright, welcome back, friends, strangers, and enemies. We're back with some more Final Fantasy XVI. Last time we left off, we ended up developing a new ability, and we unfortunately watched the demise of Cid. He, appear to be, carrying on his legacy, though. We've taken the name Cid upon ourselves, and we're doing good for the world, even though the Branded and other people in the world aren't too keen on it. Yeah, a lot of ingratitude, but they don't know what's really going on with the mother crystals and all that. I don't really... Oh, not muted. May have been a bit of an echo for a minute there, but that should be fixed now. Actually, I'm going to see about muting my desktop audio on OBS so I don't have to worry about that until next time around. Yeah, all that being said, I don't want to continue rambling, so let's get back into it. Oh yeah, not sure if the body is still here. We ended up fighting that, well, I guess it's gone. There was a flying eyeball Mike Wazowski looking thing last time around. I thought those things were about to attack.
That must be the bridge. So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
You know, I actually expected to... Oh.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
The pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back.
Should've let him rot.
Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
Chocobo's gotta eat. But, yeah, I wasn't expecting to, like, start on the dot today, as, I'm normally scheduled to. I was kind of hoping to get to this a bit earlier, but I ended up getting sidetracked rewatching the Amazing Digital Circus for about the 5th time since the day that I've seen it. So my friend of mine may have gotten me a new obsession here. And I did pre-order that Pomni plush as well. That thing looks adorable. I cannot wait for it to arrive. Ah yes, we can't go through the water, so we have to go all the way around again. Kinda sucks that you can't use shortcuts in this game. Of course, I could probably try to fast travel. Maybe. I don't think that I've done that outside of when it takes me to that screen. Still looking forward to killing, Clive's mom as well. I cannot wait to see her arrive. Because it's got to be coming eventually. I don't think there's, like, any reconciliation for what that bitch has done.
No one survived then.
I'm sorry. Before we passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That's good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
She's a piece of shit. What else do you need to know?
Picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening.
Oh, I volunteer. I'll happily kill him.
Before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers.
You know what? So I don't have to get up again later, I am going to go and grab myself an energy drink right now. I will be back in about 5 or 6 seconds. Okay, I lied. That was more about 12 seconds or so, but that's because I couldn't find the right flavor.
What in the world is going on?
I thought that I had a Warheads flavored one, but I must have imagined that because all I have are the 2 Sour Patch variants of the Ghost drinks. And some indigestion to go along with it. I think I may have ate that curry a bit too fast.
You handy with that sword of yours? Of course you are. Bet you're a bloody marvel with the thing. Now, question is, are you willing to use it or not? Because a flock of noble chocobos are in need of help.
Chocobos.
You heard me right. Wild birds? Hmm? The big ones? And not just any chocobos at that. Whiteheart and her flock are the bravest birds you ever did see. They protect travellers round these parts from bandits and the like.
Chocobos. Fighting bandits.
It's true. Why, they saved me from a gang of footpads only yesterday. Nasty lot they were too.
Are they being mounted by Moogles?
They're back, looking to settle the score. Well, go on then. Don't just stand there. Go and help them.
You know, you're a little pretentious assuming that I'm going to do it just because you're telling me to, but, yeah, let's do it anyway because chocobos.
Alright.
There's a good lad.
Where can I find these chocobos?
I saw him cut across the way over yonder. rotten scoundrels were driving the poor things towards the old dock. It's a dead end, that is. You saved Whiteheart and her flock, you hear me? There ain't a pluckier bird in all the world. She's a hero to us locals. And don't worry, you'll know her when you see her right enough.
I'm sure I will.
And good luck to you. And give those no-good bastards a hiding from me.
White-winged wonder. Alright. And I forgot you can't sprint when you press the right trigger button. You have to wait for him to automatically pick up... Yep.
That's quite a name for a chocobo. Feather. I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds, looks like they went that way.
You still with me, Jill? Yes, you are, and so is Torgal. Hey, boy.
So big.
Good boy. Good boy, Torgal. Good boy.
After it.
Get a treat. Good boy. What the? Hey. Don't pay any attention to that. I want to pet you. Good boy.
These chocobos aren't going down without a fight.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business. But I reckon someone will pay good coin to mount your head on their wall.
Wonder what they'll pay for yours.
Oh. And why's that, eh?
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off. Or better still, how about we hurt you both?
Alright then. But don't say I didn't warn you.
Alright, let's do this. Let's kick some ass. And I keep forgetting that the right button is the dodge button. Damn it. And we could go Devil Trigger on his ass. Oh, there's something I saw when I was picking out the thumbnail for this video. Apparently you can get a wings upgrade as well. So this really is like Dante's Devil Trigger, at least from the well, it is like the Devil Trigger anyway, but design-wise, it's like the one from the first game, I believe. I should stream Devil May Cry at some point as well. I own and have played through all the games, even the awful second game, but Yeah, I did repurchase them on the Xbox One. So when I stream it, I may stream legitly and play that for the first time. As opposed to, like, doing New Game Plus, like I do with games that I've played before, like Resident Evil 4. And Final Fantasy VII. I knew there was one other game that I've streamed that I have played before off-stream, but couldn't remember which it was.
You're safe now. White Hart, I presume. Do you know her, boy? That scar. It couldn't be.
Oh, this is our Chocobo?
Ambrosia. It is you. You survived. And you found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, well, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mound. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
Well,
Oh, no, sorry. I didn't mean to pry. No matter who you are, you done right by me.
what is
Those
it?
things are so cute.
She wants her master back, I reckon. Told you. And it seems her pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Okay, so I hope she lives as well.
Bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. Lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay right where you are.
Well, you gonna take a picture or something? Oh.
Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
A few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old White Hart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't you worry, we'll get along just fine without her. You hear that, White Hart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now.
I don't think she needs your permission.
Yeah, best be on my way. Good luck to the both of you.
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you.
Or we could take the whole flock. Can always see about getting Jill a mount. Ooh, getting Jill a mount, huh? Hehehehe. 18 long years, Clive has finally been reunited with his faithful steed. Hold R3 while in the field to summon Ambrosia, and X to mount the chocobo. Okay, very Red Dead Redemption-esque.
Run like the wind.
Oh, see, we do get Jill mount. And it wasn't just a pervy innuendo. Yeah, stomp that little bitch. This chocobo's a badass. Okay, seriously though, why is there, like, restraint on this trigger button when you try to perform actions like this? Like, that's... I brought it up before, it's kind of cool, but it's also, like, kind of annoying as well. Like, it's not that much of a struggle, but it's low-key a struggle to pull the trigger. Feels like I'm shooting my ST9VE again before I gave that away. Yeah, trigger pull on that gun sucked. I'm actually not too disappointed about getting rid of that one.
I can walk from here.
Try not to move.
Okay, which way am I going now? Okay, that's the shop.
Best off staying with
Return to the hideaway. Okay, so I can, where is it? Where is... Here we go. And the hideaway is on a ship now. Which is in the middle of the land. Okay.
Where's Gav?
Okay, I don't know if you could hear that, but that was me, like, trying not to hiccup for a minute there.
I hear there's trouble. But none of the curse breakers are
Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel.
Ah, shit. Okay, that exploded.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first.
Lucky for me, I have a towel easily accessible here.
Bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much
Got on my
for his
fucking
radiance to
microphone
resist.
too.
And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Like right outside the Dominion Gate, starve the Imperials into
That probably got loud for a minute there.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming.
And spill again. God damn it.
We moved on the mother crystals. Four mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Woodley. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rossfield.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for? Eh? Huh?
I wonder if that thing's gonna give us any quests. Otto's counter is now open. Okay.
What are we waiting for, indeed?
I hear there's trouble in Rosaria. That room's as ragged as goat's locks.
Where is that Moogle?
Think it's alright to touch him?
I don't know. You go first.
Go ahead, he's a good boy. Clipped right through the tail. See, if this game had more detail, he would have reacted to that. The game is good. I mean, damn good. Like, the game is great. It's probably the best of the Final Fantasy games that I've played so far.
What's the matter, Nectar? The hunt board? It's where the curse breakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know? Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment, the people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. But with the Blight and the war, the last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the curse breakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least I can try.
Reports of fiends terrorizing the countryside are posted on the hunt board in hopes that fearless heroes such as Clive will take it upon themselves to hunt down and slay the notorious marks. Okay, so that's that eye thing that we defeated before. Angel of Death, that doesn't have a appearance here. And Belphegor.
I don't think so.
How do wings like that carry around something as pudgy as that? Or is that antenna supposed to be some sort of a helium balloon or something that balances everything out? Like, how do Moogles fly? Let us consult Honey OTU, since she is a big Final Fantasy girl. Okay, now I forgot what I just read. Where is Belphegor located? That may be a little too difficult for me right now, but I can try to defeat it anyway. The Broken Hilt in Rosaria, okay. Oh, hey Jill.
Your uncle always seemed a kindly soul, if a little eccentric.
Oh yeah, and I think we got the sap for this guy as well.
Well, did you find me some wax?
Oh, wax. Why did I think we were looking for sap?
Ugh. Reeks like a chocobo's arse. I don't suppose the Argo will mind as long as he stays above the waves.
Argo. So your boat has a name. I didn't know.
Yeah. Same as me old man. He was a ferryman himself back before the blight came. The boat's all I have left of him. And thanks to you, he'll sail another day.
No, that's a very helpful response. She says we love Mughals. Doesn't exactly tell me how they work, but it's a agreeable statement. Mughals are adorable. Okay, before we head over there, let's see, it was the Broken Hilt, right? But I guess we can't really go anywhere else for the time being. Well, it doesn't look like they even have a Broken Hilt here just yet. Guess we have to... Wait. Hang on. Okay, no, that's the hideaway. Don't know why I thought that it was there.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Cid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
Uh-oh. What do we got, boy? Ambush? Little Timmy fell down a well?
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
Okay.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
Wonder what got the pupper all riled up.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
What are these violent chocobos? Or, oh no, they aren't. Oh yeah, speaking of chocobos, I can... Yeah. Don't have to walk everywhere now. We have a bird that we can ride.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! Nothing we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
Yeah, let's go murder him.
This can the Black Shields have in the village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
Let's go Vlad the Impaler on their asses. Cut off all the limbs, stick them on pikes.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like that?
I'll show our bitch mother what's what.
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen him, didn't you? At least I think there was a Black Shields. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
Well, what do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned him in and become a Black Shield myself. That's a fair old scar you got there, by the way. How'd you get it?
Yeah, if you can't guess, I'm trying to kill him for saying that he was going to turn in some people to become one of them. Like, fuck you.
Word is, Port Isolde's closed her gates to all but the Highborn, and now a great camp sprung up along the walls.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, the Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out.
Well, let's go turn ourselves in. Or rather, act like we're going to turn ourselves in, then slaughter the lot of them.
Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pole.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Yeah, they're kind of idiots.
Sorry. It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
Okay, I was able to mute that in time. I just sneezed. And now, oddly enough, my nose feels more plugged than it was before. What's this? Yeah, just rob that guy's house. Why not?
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Yeah, we could take him.
Ever since the apodatory, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The mother crystal's collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it.
May need to get up in a bit and clear my sinuses. I feel like I'm doing a bit more sniffling now. You know what, may as well nip that in the bud. I will be back again shortly. Okay, back to it. Oh yeah, let's, here we go. Yeah, still need to save up a bit for that. It's only 120. Yeah, let's save up for that and then we can focus on, this one. Oh, and I think that's the wing ability, isn't it? Alright. Thank you, and welcome, Random Mark Zero. Yeah, I was honestly surprised that I was able to make that. Like, I think the thing that got me that many subs was when I released that blind commentary video, which seems to be among my most popular videos right now. Like, the other thing, it's a short video with, like, Amy calling Tails retarded, but, yeah, that was a pleasant surprise for me to wake up to see that. X to Doubt, that's a LA Noire reference, isn't it? You know, I actually just took that game off my video game case. I was thinking about reselling it, because I don't think that's something that I'm ever going to replay on or off stream. You doubt the video brought me to 50? Well, it didn't really seem like my viewership has been increasing at all, or my followers or subscriptions, until I ended up releasing that. At least on YouTube, anyway.
Blood, Clive.
Twitch, I seem to be racking up followers for doing my Persona streams. What do you got, best boy? Oh, these assholes again.
The Black Shields.
Time to kill him.
You know who we are, and still, you would bear your steel.
Yep, that's right.
Then, we owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
He looks kind of like an Owl Knight from Castlevania, a little bit. Only black instead of blue. Alright, let's slaughter these motherfuckers. Not so cocky now, are you, bitch? Yeah, get a taste of my double trigger, you motherfucker. Get some. Get some! Go cry back home to my mommy. your friends and you made a fight club IRL? Oh, that sounds fun. Back when my friend Brandon was living in the same state as me, we used to do like lightsaber and sword fights back in the day. Who pissed me off today? Nobody. I just revel in dishing out punishment to bad people. Like, brutally murdering evil people just brings warm feelings to my heart. As psychotic as that sounds, I'm pretty sure anybody out there would agree when it comes to, assholes as evil as these Black Shields. Now cut his limbs off and put him on a pike.
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you... We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordeal. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
Oh, he's dead? I was hoping he would suffer a little bit more. Come on, Ambrosia.
Faster.
Oh yeah, we have a chocobo now. Earlier in the stream I did a side quest, and now we have our old mount Ambrosia. Okay. Guess it was kind of pointless for me to call it over when that gate was like right there. Is this Final Fantasy where everyone is British? I guess so? Maybe?
Find something, boy. Death.
Found her.
Okay, they need to do that with the bodies of the Black Shields. Like, crucify all those motherfuckers, put them up on sticks.
This was my mother's doing.
Yeah, she needs to die too. We've already established that, and I cannot wait to...
Why would anyone...
I can't wait to butcher that bitch.
I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it.
Good man. Kill your mother.
should go.
Yes.
And Jill, you could take your clothes off.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
No, Jill, don't.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. No, I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosabeth.
We're not getting banned, Vincent.
Run like the wind.
Fair enough.
Back to the stables, girl.
Didn't happen to come by way of Old Hill, did you? Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the docks just the other day. The next morning, you couldn't see the sun for all the ravens. Didn't happen to come by way of Old Hill, did you? Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the docks just the other day.
Yeah, whatever.
Next morning, you couldn't see the sun for all the ravens.
If you want to see Jill naked, just look up Rule 34 or something.
But this is their home.
I may be able to do something a little bit better when a certain friend plays through this game and decides to roleplay as Jill.
Ready, go?
And since she isn't watching these videos, I can say that she is going to be able to play this around December time because I am getting her a PS5 for Christmas.
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance.
Ho ho ho, call me Santa Claus.
That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Voice-ridden dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here.
More than enough for everything.
And the jealous bastards! Those crystals belong to us all!
I said, where were you, filth?
Back to your
What am I doing?
Cut you down where you stand.
Destroy it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed.
When do we fight
Need
God?
to find another way in.
Oh, that, what the hell was that thing called that Joshua was fighting against? That's not going to be for
I thought we might be able to
quite some time. Indigestion again.
I suspect everyone.
I hope that burp was barely
Is that the
noticeable.
only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned.
Muted for that one.
As long as it is abandoned.
I think I may have had too much of that curry.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
Like, it's such a fucking good meal, but I always tend to overeat whenever I have curry and rice.
Good girl.
Still haven't had breakfast? I didn't have breakfast yesterday myself. Hey, you know, it's kind of fucked up. There were 3 chocobos earlier. Where is your chocobo, Torgal? Now you have to do a doggy sprint while we're making use of other animals. You should have your own chocobo. How did I wait, what? Oh, the lunchbox. Like, honestly, I have no idea. It just, when you initially look at it, I guess it's just my pervy brain to just register it as titfuck instead of whatever it was actually supposed to say. You read it as fat fuck. I guess that would be more fitting for a lunchbox, in a way. But that first word looked like the word tit to me.
Not abandoned then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
Okay, time to kill him too. No, it says fit fresh. Like, I inspected it closer, that's fresh on it, I believe. Or maybe you're right. Let me pull up the image again and take a look at it. Because maybe I misread it twice. Okay, I'm reading F-R-E-S-H there. Maybe if I look up either Fit Fresh or Fit Frost online, it'll tell me the brand. Yep, Fit Fresh lunch bag. That's the first thing that comes up when I Google it.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died. Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us.
Yeah, I thought we were going to recruit these guys.
Founder, it really is you.
But who is
Sir Wade?
Sir Wade? I don't remember him.
We can speak inside.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant.
Good on you.
Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Alright, I'll see you soon, Random Mark Zero.
Aye. The foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
So Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Alright, time to kill more of
So
them.
do we. Make ready.
This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else.
You don't need to ask me twice. Let's do it.
If I do nothing,
Let's kick some ass.
then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
You don't need to contemplate here, Clive. Come on.
We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
Buck up, man.
I suppose we owe you our thanks. You spared us when you could have just as easily sent us to the mud. I suppose we owe you our thanks. You spared us when you could have just as easily sent us to the mud.
Yeah, well, help us send these other shields to the mud, we'll call it good.
You are welcome to what little we have managed to salvage.
Okay, and again, why are we... You know what? Whatever.
Will that be all? As you wish, my lord. Will that be all?
Okay, I am going through a lot of money. Let's see, do we have anything we could sell? Coral Sword, Gia Blade. Yeah, I don't think we need either of these.
Thanks, my lord. May it serve the cause well. I will be here should you need aught else.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Go in there and kick some ass.
You, Lady Jill and I make for Buick Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements.
who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills.
And then we kill him, right?
This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
Yeah, well, I've got a double trigger, so...
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So wait. The bearers
Still don't remember this guy from earlier.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Is he carrying an unsheathed butcher knife in the back of his belt there?
Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace.
What the hell was I looking at?
Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
Oh no, it's got a sheath. Throughout the main scenario, Clive will often be joined by various companions who are keen to lend their assistance. However, depending on Clive's destination, they may choose to remain behind at the hideout. Okay. Well, let's get out there and kick some ass.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Sideways.
Come along now.
The bastards are looking.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
Let's fuck some shit up.
What is it now? I told you! We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame. Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields?
Watch us.
Then come!
With pleasure.
Along with your flame!
You first.
For Azaria!
For Azaria!
For Azaria!
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
Okay, that's the magic guy there. Let's kill him first so we can't heal anybody. Made that mistake with the other Black Shields earlier.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Eh, we can take them. Damn it.
More dragons.
Works. The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
And I wasted that ability. But it didn't matter because we already got them all defeated. Groovy.
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but lost.
That's what I thought.
So wait! There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
You mean finish him?
Welcome back, Run Mark Zero. We are just about to kick this guy's ass. And we just kicked his ass. Want to hear some dark humor? By all means. I love dark humor. Though I may not repeat it myself, depending on what kind of a joke it is.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again.
I actually have a gay friend who may appreciate that joke. That is... I don't think I should repeat it myself, but she may appreciate that.
We fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die, and her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
Charging your phone, which means you're being electrocuted. Oh, so you're like watching this on your phone while it's plugged in and charging? I was actually doing that for the course of the day while I was at work. Had YouTube running in the background and I was just listening to it through my headphones.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
I'll have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
So, 4 more days till Halloween.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance.
What's my address so you can send me a Christmas present? Not gonna say it on stream, and honestly, after being doxxed before, I'm not sure I want to give that information out until I get a P.O. box.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue.
He looks like Sebastian Castellanos combined with Obi-Wan Kenobi.
You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Aww. This is touching.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you.
This is kind of low-key making me tear up a bit, too.
You always were fond of that scene from The Saint of the Sanctuary.
Like, Clive has been through so much shit, just little moments like this, it's beautiful.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right. Right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Cid. You were always such a good boy. But now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford? Fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
I hope he lives too. Teacher just sent us a file with over 150 questions to answer, and he said it's due tomorrow. What kind of questions?
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she? Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days.
Bunch of IT questions. Ah, okay.
When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's Let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Okay, I'm going to take a short break. I will be back in a few minutes. Going to see about replenishing my water, going to the restroom, and possibly grabbing myself a little snack. I will be back in a little bit, and I will read your next message as soon as I get back, Random Mark Zero. See you in a few. Okay, and I am back again. I just stole a box of dots from my dad while he's out of town. But I am probably going to inform him of that and offer to reimburse him for said dots. You got sued by someone For sexually harassing a girl from your school and you beat his ass the day before the trial, got a good hit on his eye, and you won the trial by just telling where he lied in the testimony. The only thing he said was true was that I beat his ass. You sound like you have as about a crazy life as I do when it comes to bad shit like that going down.
Only the founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom.
You know what?
You can probably make an educated guess.
For my 50 subscribers, I may see about scripting and releasing a story from something that happened to me in the past. That may be a interesting thing to do for every 50 subs. Tell a story about my life experiences and weird shit that's happened to me in the past.
Again, Lord Rosfield. I'm touched that you should find me such good company.
It is not your company, but your counsel that I seek on this occasion.
Ever the charmer. What will it be today, then?
The Iron Kingdom. I need to know what to expect.
You'll soon be setting sail for Drake's Breath, then, I take it. The mother crystal that rises from the boiling sea. There was a time when a true-blooded Rosarian had only to brave the waves to visit it. But then the Ironblood made their move.
Okay, and she looks like Julia Kidman. That's like two Evil Within references I've been able to make in the same video.
As you know, the Iron Kingdom rules over the islands to the west of Storm. Or rather, its church does. But this is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate the masses. No, the Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there. As the name implies, the orthodoxy holds the mother crystals sacred, and they do not take kindly to heathens plundering the objects of their worship for the means to fill washtubs and light lamps with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies. Some 80 years ago in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether, and with the blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the Shields of the Flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Justanus, home of Drake's Breath, and plucked it from the Duchy's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but no avail. I doubt more than a handful of Duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime. Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship, meaning the Iron Blood will keep their island. And with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity. The Mother Crystal is both the object of the Iron Blood's worship and their gateway to the continent, making Drustinus the holiest of holy grounds, from which the Orthodox Crusade shall one day sail forth to claim the remaining Mother Crystals, or die trying.
My father and my grandfather both traded blows with the Iron Blood for control of Drake's Breath. Had things unfolded differently at Phoenix Gate, we would have sent our entire fleet against them.
But instead, they sent their fleet against Rosaria, sacked the capital, killed the men, and captured the women, including Jill. I'd say you'd be forgiven for wanting a little revenge, Clive.
My only aim is to destroy the Mother Crystal. But thank you all the same. Not much else to do here. Let's see if Jill's ready.
How did we never hear about these Guardians of the Flame?
Same way they never...
Thing is, you don't know how you beat his ass. First of all, you're not that strong since you only work out 4 times a week. And second is that the guy turned out to be running for mayor in some town not far from where your school is. How old was this guy?
It will be over soon.
You ready?
I think so.
Jill, when you told me you had to come to terms with your past, you weren't talking about destroying Drake's breath, were you?
No. I spoke of Imran, the leader of the Crystalline Orthodox. The man who made me do all those unspeakable things. I'm going to kill him. It's what I need to do to put the past behind me. What I need to move forward. And I know that I can do it. If you're there beside me.
Always.
And I'll be beside you, too. We'll bring down the Mother Crystal together. All while Cid looks on.
We'll make him proud.
I miss Sid. He should have lived just a little bit longer. He was in his 40s, and you were able to beat him? Yeah, I still don't know where that other location is where I'm supposed to go to fight that, what was it called? Belphegor? Maybe that's the location that'll show up later in the game.
Useful trick. Freezing and throwing the spray to make mist. How did you learn to use your powers like this?
The Masters made me do it. When the Crusaders took to the seas. To keep the fleet's movements from prying eyes. I'm fine.
Alright, I hope you have fun with it. Speaking of streams, I'll wait until they're done talking first.
Chance to put things right. I have to do this. Whatever the cost.
All right.
There she is. The Iron Kingdom's Mother Crystal.
Drake's breath. Strong currents, sharp rocks, and ether floods. Let's not forget them. This island is a natural fortress.
But safety breeds complacency. Allowing a single rowing boat to slip in unseen.
Okay, I'm having deja vu. Like,
If we follow the old trail, we should be able to enter by the back gate.
Right. Let's go.
I haven't seen this scene yet, but I'm having deja vu like I've played this before.
I always imagined when I came here it would be to reclaim it.
It used to belong to Rosaria, didn't it?
Once, though it's been in the Ironblood's clutches for far too long.
As was I. For 13 years, this rock was my home. I know its secrets only too well. This path was abandoned after an ether flood. They don't guard it anymore.
The perfect little shortcut.
Alright, so like I was saying, for Halloween, I am going to be doing something special for that stream. Like, the night before Halloween, I'm thinking about doing a Halloween movie marathon, and the night of Halloween, or rather, the morning of Halloween, since it's going to be, like, 12:30 a.m. on the 31st when I do it, I am going to be streaming a new game. Or rather, an old game, which is going to be new for the channel, which I haven't played in about 10 years. I am not going to say what the game is. You're just going to have to tune in and see for yourself, but it will be fun. It's a fairly spooky game, and it's, from what I remember, it's one of the few games that genuinely made me a little uneasy. Get that as well, mostly because I get a dream of me doing something and seeing it when I'm awake makes me have deja vu. Yeah, that's kind of what I have too, but it's like...
Was that an earthquake?
It's like premonitions for me, like...
It's nothing to worry about.
Like, I'll imagine or dream of something like weeks or months in advance of it actually happening. It's like, if I only had that ability for some more important things in life, like tell me when I can win the lotto or something like that. What do we have here? A troll? Minotaur. Okay. Wait, what the fuck was that? Okay, so we actually have targeting with this one. Alright, cool.
The old armory is just up there. We'll enter the caves from there.
Learning so many new words from this game today. I learned Embracer? I'm not sure if I pronouncing that correctly. Embracer. I feel like I should know that word too.
This place. What a mess.
It's French for kiss? Alright, so I was way off then. Oh, this is where I was before with that one thing, right? Oh wait, no, this is on a different, Okay, I think we're gonna end up fighting the same thing, though.
It's turned.
Nothing a shelter for Zarya can't handle.
Yeah, isn't this the thing from, like, the very beginning of the game?
Just like old times.
Yep, it is.
Sure to keep clear of his
Believe me, I mean to. That's foul.
Don't breathe it in.
Time for Devil Trigger. You know, I can't wait until the Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 comes out, because as soon as I finish that up, I'm going to do the original Final Fantasy. Well, original Final Fantasy VII, then I'm going to get into Dirge of Cerberus, which I am really excited to get into, because that looks more like a third-person shooter, which I feel will be very engaging when I play that one. Like, not that this one isn't, but, like, third-person shooters are, among my, favorite genre of games, so that, may end up actually enjoying that better than this one. Also, it's got Vincent Valentine as a character who you play as, so, yeah, there's that too. Okay, my headset just glitched out a minute there. I don't know if that was... I don't know if that got picked up in the game as well, or if that was just, like, an actual headset issue, but it sounded like it was kind of a stutter or something. Okay, is there even any point to the crafting system? Like, I feel that the outfit and the sword that I have here makes me already powerful enough. Got me a Christmas present. I think my service of modding for this channel deserves something as little as that. You volunteered to mod, so I wouldn't say that I really owe you anything, but yeah, if I
It's like a furnace in here.
if there was a way for me to do so, then yeah, I'd get you something. We are friends after all.
Though I don't remember it being quite this hot.
Was that one cause for concern?
It was. And they're getting bigger. Something's wrong.
Oh, okay, I was using the wrong button there. Yeah, that's how you... Okay. Salamander. That's an interesting name for a dragon. Okay, and again, why does this thing look like another Yu-Gi-Oh monster? Like... all the dragons that I've seen in Final Fantasy games, they look like Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Granted, I can't name the thing off the top of my head, but I do know it by, like, visual presentation here.
Is there no other way across?
Okay, how are we gonna get past this, Clive? That works.
Quickly, before it melts.
This is going to be close. Come on!
Let's not do that again.
No. Let's not.
I think you're gonna have to get back. Unless you have a different escape plan.
Perhaps not alone, but in numbers like these.
There's another one of those pissed off demon puffles.
Drake's breath.
We're nearly at the oratory.
What the hell is that?
I have absolutely no idea.
Well, whatever it is, I don't think it's friendly.
Clearly. Red moose? Is that what that says? Moose? No, it's like a awkward spelling for the word, but that looks like it says moose there. Oh, I thought it dropped something for a minute there. Potion. Okay, now where to? This way. Boss fight.
One of the demons. But they never leave the lava.
If I didn't know better, I think this volcano was about to erupt.
Why attack us? They're peaceful creatures.
Then this one must be the exception.
What we got here? It's like a palm tree stegosaurus or something. Its tail looks like the texture of a palm tree. You know, these things go down way too easy when you have all your elemental abilities and shit. And I think there are supposed to be 8 of those in total, based on what one of my friends told me about this game. So by the end of this game, I'm gonna be a complete badass.
Good, I'll wager.
You know, it also kind of pisses me off that Capcom didn't do to the Devil Trigger what they did in this game. Like, this is much more generous with that ability. Well, at least in the first Devil May Cry it was this generous, but in the other games it's like kind of a pain in the ass to replenish that. Excuse me. Well, that sneeze actually cleared up my sinuses instead of plugging them further. So that's good.
You're finished.
You hurt.
Just hot. Thank you.
Quite a commotion our friend made. Let's hope the guards didn't hear it.
The gate to the inner chambers is just up there. Then we make for the sanctuary. I need to finish this. Before the heat finishes me.
Yeah, well, hopefully we could do that in another 15 minutes, because it is getting close to shutdown time.
It was always a hive of activity.
Sounds like we'll have a hard time staying out of sight.
We won't have to. There's someone there I should very much like to see.
Lady Marley.
It's me.
By the mother. Jill, it can't be.
It is, my lady.
We cannot talk here. Come with me. I'm so glad you're safe.
And I you.
Why ever would you risk coming back? Are you a fool, girl? Or have you grown tired of your freedom already?
Forgive me, my lady. But I had to come back. There are things I left undone. Tell me, where is the Patriarch?
At this hour, he'll be in the comreg, giving thanks.
You mean... Oh, fiend! Clive, we have to get to the sanctuary. Now. Lady Marley, you must flee this place, gather your things, and go.
Now listen here, Jill.
We have company.
This way.
Oh, she's dead.
Follow this passage. It leads straight to the comrade. Go on, stop dawdling.
Thank you. You were always so kind to me. My light in the darkness. Take care, my lady, please. You deserve better than this. A long and happy life, promise me.
I'll live if you promise to do the same.
Come on, Clive. We're nearly at the comwreck.
All right.
Here's our welcoming party.
I've had enough of their hospitality.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we're actually going to complete this section. We've got about, and now it's about 11 minutes till I shut down, but I'll at least try to get through whatever the next cutscene is after I can figure out where the fuck I'm supposed to go. Probably this way.
How many of them are there?
Too many.
Really? I'd say it's not enough. I'm gonna wipe the floor with these motherfuckers. How's Spectre doing? She is being a little bit of a menace. She still doesn't like me to leave the house whenever I go to work, so she's always trying to bite me in the ass and trying to drag me back into the house when I leave. Which is kind of funny because whenever I am at home, she's always running away from me, like she's afraid of me or something. I think she just likes to rile me up, tries to get me to chase her around and play with her. My last dog didn't. Yeah, Coco was never that overly affectionate. I still think she was the better dog, though. She was a lot, she was like lower maintenance than Spectre.
Clive, there's something I need you to know. I saw the Patriarch do things no one should have to see. And so I swore that he would die by my hand.
I understand. I faced my demons, and you must face yours.
We're nearly there. Just one last push.
I can't let it along.
Average Spectre fan, average Coco enjoyer. Yeah, I still miss Coco.
Nice try.
And I still call your brother a bitch. He really is. Like, just the other day he was going off on a, like, completely racist tangent about the Jews when he was talking about how, like, you know what? Not even gonna bring that up. I don't want to talk about that asshole on stream anymore. It's just gonna drive people away. Okay, so he's sacrificing people to the crystal. Time to disembowel this motherfucker.
Shiva's dominant. Come to beg forgiveness for your failure.
For years, I followed your orders, fought your wars, all to protect the children you took, just as you took me. And what did you do in return? You put them in chains and you slit their throats!
Their souls were sullied with the stain of ether. I merely cleansed them of their corruption. A penance paid, just as the Holy Mother wills it! Repent, abomination! For a monster like you to set foot in the Holy Cymric is in itself a crime deserving of death.
You're right. I am a monster, and my soul is stained black. Though not by ether, but by the evil of men like you, who made me close my heart and drown in darkness when I should have raged against it.
Alright, I'll see you around, Random Mark Zero. Thanks for tuning in.
Is my penance. I will be your monster no more. Nor will I suffer you to create another.
Does the beast bare its teeth at its master? Come then, Dominant. Rage, be as you have ever been. A monster!
And what are you, Imran? I was forced to kill. You do it by choice. But never again. I bowed to you once. Now it is you who shall bow to me.
Kill them.
Now!
Right.
And Joshua. Don't tell me that Jill is gonna die here too and we're gonna absorb her powers. That's gonna be fucking tragic if that happens.
Remember how it felt? Why can't I do it?
Maybe...
Please, just
Yeah, maybe this is some sort of nine-tailed fox deal and he has to see his friend in pain to be able to unleash the power or something like that. Okay, double trigger mode again. Alright, looks like we're going to be going to a little bit of overtime here. I want to at least finish this boss battle before shutting down for the night. Jill, you can fly. Swoop down and get me the fuck out of here. Or just cool lava, that works too.
Go. All right. I won't take long. Let's try.
Damn it. Okay, that's not good. Okay, we almost got him. Yes. Oh! Groovy. Da-da-da! And now we get to witness the destruction of the next Mother Crystal, right?
Jill!
You better not fucking die here, Jill. Was that blood that I just saw?
To finish this climb.
Oh no.
Here. Use this.
Okay, now we have, what the hell was the name of that one, like, frozen sword from the Elder Scrolls? Like, Chilrend, I think? Yeah, now we have Chilrend. Yep, 3 more crystals to go, I think.
The crystal. What did you do to it?
Haha.
Oh. We destroyed it.
Monster! Monster! Do you have any idea what...
Run this bitch through now.
I do, Father. I have killed the monster and become an outlaw.
Atta girl.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
It's over.
And she's still alive too, good. I was afraid we were gonna lose her for a minute there like Sid.
And Shiva exacted her price.
She did.
Again, the burden fell to you.
And I bore it willingly. This was a sin for which I had to atone. Now I can continue at your side with my head held high.
And here comes that one monster again, I think.
Clive, look.
Maybe.
It's just like the one at Phoenix Gate. Damn it. We need to leave.
Agreed.
Okay, maybe that wasn't Joshua.
I kept my promise, and now you keep yours.
This way, Your Grace.
Okay, what's going on with Joshua now? That thing inside him dying because the crystals are dying? Is that killing him? Is that what's going on?
You're bleeding. I have a tonic which will...
I thank you for your kindness, truly. But I assure you, I will survive. Please, save your medicines for those who need them most.
Oh, well, if you're sure...
For a moment there, I felt my brother's presence.
You did?
I fear he is in Ultima's thoughts again. But why now, after 5 years of silence? I cannot keep him sealed away much longer.
Your Grace.
No, do not dirty your hands. Look at them all. Like a river flowing to the sea.
Or moths to a flame, perhaps. The crystalline dominion their light in the darkness. More and more lose their homes to the blight and set out in search of sanctuary. while others lose their fortunes to the Dalmekian levies and leave to find new livelihoods. What is it that you seek in the Dominion, Your Grace?
Oh, Dion Lesage.
You mean the Crown Prince of Sanbrec?
He has many titles. Dion the Bold, Prince of Dragoons, Odin's Nemesis, or simply Bahamut. I met him once, when we were children. He was a chivalrous soul even then, and has served his empire indefatigably ever since.
And you are confident that he will listen to what you have to say?
Our world lurches ever closer to the abyss, and a hidden hand ushers us onward. Ultima's influence extends to every nation, Sanbrec included.
Still think you should reunite with your brother.
His Highness is the man I believe him to be, and I pray that he is. This truth will not have escaped his notice. As the mother crystals fall, the eternal flame wavers, and the azure sky begins to bruise. How lucky we were to be blessed by the crystals, and yet how spoiled. Like canaries in a gilded cage, growing fat on seed. But now, the bars are closing in, and we must take flight. Painful though it be to leave our home behind, it is what we must do to be free. Which is it that men cannot live without? A blessing that leads to damnation, or a freedom that leads to deprivation? I do not yet know the answer to that question. Do you, Clive?
Go and ask him.
Your Grace, let us find a place to rest a while. We can return by the Dalmekian trail once you have recovered your strength. I realize your duty is pressing, but if your health should fail...
I know. Thank you, Yoto.
Okay, and another cutscene.
The army's attempt to breach the Empire's defenses and gain the Isles of Ark has failed yet again.
Only because your fleet has proved as impotent as a eunuch on laying night. Would you rather we simply fell back to the capital?
Enough, both of you. All here agree that the Empire cannot be allowed to maintain its illegitimate claim on the Dominion. However, our casualties mount with each passing day.
There is a literal sea twixt you and your prize. The armies of Sanbrec need but sit back and watch as you harmlessly lap against their walls. They are dug in like ticks, and seek to draw out this siege, knowing the capital's stores are nigh bottomless. And what of our wise rulers? Goaded into war without any thought as to what chaos it might reap. Republican soldiers starve, while waiting for orders from Randalar.
If you would but take the field, their bellies would be full by nightfall.
If I take the field, so too will Bahamut. and our duel will shake the island to its foundations. Instead of liberating the Dominion, you would doom it to destruction. Unless that is what you desire.
If our learned advisor has a solution to propose, we should be glad to consider it.
Is that the Emperor's?
Can't wait to see that bitch go down.
What is the meaning of this, Lord Kupka?
What it means is that I am disinclined to advise you any longer.
You know, I'm assuming that's a new kid that she had with either that guy or...
Walked through those doors. A perfect picture of stupefaction. They could not believe their eyes. Though I confess, I had my own doubts whether or not you would accept my invitation.
You know, as fucked up as this is going to sound to say, I'm hoping that the kid gets killed in front of her so she could go through what Clive had to go through when his dad was murdered.
Shocking news. Sid isn't a son of a whore. He's the son of an empress. Your own dear Clive.
Absurd. Who fed you these lies? I have never spent a moment among criminals, save at the gallows.
You are a criminal.
I came here with my son, not to entertain your baseless accusations, but to put an end to the senseless hostilities between our nations.
Very well. You need only agree to the terms I set out. Sid took the life of someone dear to me. A woman by the name of Benedicta. I swore to take his in turn. This would not be disagreeable to you, I take it. You would finally be rid of the stain on your noble name. In return, I will leave Sanbreque in your capable hands. Your Imperial Majesty.
And all for the love of a common whore. Dominant or no, one cannot hide one's breeding. And beasts will ever belong with beasts. There are greater things in store for you, my darling Olivier. Soon enough, you shall be the crown prince of Sanbreque. And when your father goes to meet Great Griga, you shall be emperor of all you survey. The old order shall come tumbling down, and you will rebuild the world in your glorious image.
Yeah, now I'm really hoping that the kid dies so she can just, like, completely have a breakdown and suffer. What? What the hell was that?
She's been in there for hours. Something must be wrong.
Okay, and this is where we are going to end it for tonight. As soon as I... Here we go. Yeah, let's save. And save again, just to be sure. Alright, so, yeah, definitely looking forward to get back into this next week. Hell, I may take a short break from Persona this weekend and continue this game, but not really. I continue to be hyped to see Clive's exploits, and seeing his bitch mother show up again, I just can't wait for her to get hers in the end. She's just a completely awful woman. Yeah, anything else to touch on? Yeah, glad that Jill is still alive. I was afraid that I was going to lose her for a minute there with the next Mother Crystal when she was coughing up blood. Thought that we were going to get her ability passed on to us and that she was going to go the way of Cid, but luckily enough, that is not the route that they decided to go. Also, Torgal lives on, best boy. I'm hoping that he continues to survive and he doesn't end up sacrificing himself or anything. And that also applies to Ambrosia as well. Nice to finally have our pet Chocobo to help us get around a bit more. Almost actually almost forgot about that up until he mentioned it again. But yeah, tomorrow I am going to be continuing with Resident Evil 4 Remake, and then on Sunday I am going to be continuing with some more Persona 5 Royal. Then on Monday, going to be doing a special stream for Halloween, and then on Tuesday I'm going to be doing another stream for Halloween. One of them is going to be a movie marathon, and the other is going to be a game, which I can hopefully one-shot, since it is fairly short. It should take about 4 hours to complete, but haven't played it in about, I think, 9-10 years now, so maybe a little bit of a struggle, but we will figure that out when the time comes. Until then, this is where I am going to shut down for the night. Thank you for tuning in, Random Mark Zero, and my anonymous person on YouTube, and here endeth the stream. See you around.